Zach wants to find out how accurate the weather forecast is. The table shows the last 6 months forecast for rain. It also shows the number of days that it actually rained or stayed dry. We've got a two-way table there. Was the forecast more likely to be right when it was for rain or when it was for dry weather? Explain how you decide. So from my table, I can see, for instance, that when it was forecast to be rain, it actually rained on 70 days. When it was forecast to be rain, it was actually dry on 60 days. So it was right only 70 out of the total number of days. And then when it was forecast to be dry, it was only right 16 days out of the total. I haven't got the total, so that's something that I'm going to need to find out. So ultimately, I'm going to focus on my important information. So my important information is basically this table. But the question is, was it more likely to be right when it was for rain or when it was for dry? So let's work out the probability of it being right for a rainy day or being right for a dry day. From looking, automatically I can say, well, it's going to be more likely right when it's raining than dry, I think, because I've got 70 compared with the 16, but I need to see what that's out of. So let's do the maths. So to calculate probability, I need the number of times it occurred. So for rain and rain, it was 70 out of a total number of events. So 70 plus 60 gives me the total number of times or days that it was forecast to be raining. 6 and 7 is 13, so that's 130. So my probability is 70 out of 130 for rain. And then for dry, it's 36 plus 16. Uh, 36 plus 10 is 46, plus 6 is 52. 52. And it was correct. So I'm reading when it was forecast dry and when it was actually dry, 16. 16 out of the 52. Out of the 52. Okay. Well, I've got them both, but that doesn't necessarily help me because I'm comparing 16 out of 52 with 70 out of 130. I need to, I've basically got two fractions there and I need to make the denominator the same. If I can work out what the lowest common denominator is, that will be helpful. Now, I know, weirdly, that 52 is divisible by 13 because I play card games a lot and I know that there's 13 cards in each suit and there's 4 suits. So I can divide my 52 by 4 to give it in 13ths. So if I divide top and bottom, so 4 out of 13 is dry. And then that's good because up here, if I divide top and bottom by 10, then I've got 7 out of 13. So I'm comparing 7 13ths with 4 13ths. So the question asked, was it more likely to be right when it was for rain or when it was for dry weather? And the answer is it was more likely to be right for when it was predicted to be raining. So when it was rain, so I'll put that as my answer, rain. And I've shown my working, so I'm happy with that. I'll move on to the next question.